What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday. In this video, we are going to be talking about 3 stocks that I see moving over the next 6 to 12 months. We're going to talk about exactly what they do, why I see them moving in that direction, and exactly how far I see them moving. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. First one up is Microvision, ticker symbol MVIS. Let's go over a little bit. Microvision is a company that develops laser scanning technology for a variety of uses. Most commonly, they create high resolution linear projection displays and LiDAR sensors. We know that LiDAR has been the talk about of the automotive industry and these self-driving autonomous cars. Okay, we are still a few years away. However, we know that a massive amount of research and development is going to be going into them, and Microvision is definitely leading the pack. They also include a segment on augmented reality and virtual reality applications, which we know companies such as Microsoft has been big into them as well. The company was up for potential buyout that was talked about a little bit. This article is a little bit old, but I'm going to highlight it for the connection between Microvision and Microsoft. Okay, this individual, Joshua Rodriguez, he said he believes that a buyout will indeed take place. Ultimately, the technologies at Microvision are too important to let go for several companies. Okay, the first one that he had sectioned was Microsoft, but I'm going to highlight this not more or less of an acquisition, but of the connection and the partnership between Microsoft and Microvision. Like it says right here, highlighted, Microsoft needs Microvision components. Microsoft is a key player in the augmented reality with its HoloLens. Okay, and then also, finally, Microsoft is a key player in the race to produce feasible autonomous driving technologies, and as a result, the company would either have quite a bit to gain through an acquisition of Microvision, or just the fact that they're going to be using Microvision technology components and software. All right, we know that Microsoft also had partnered up with GM to ramp up their self-driving vehicles. Microsoft will join GM and Honda Motor Corps to be able to help produce this, which is a great sign. By the way, also General Motors is on a tear. As a side note, General Motors is on a tear, and I can definitely see that continuing to trend up as their Ford and GM both are slowly trying to position themselves to transition into the EV market. Okay, let's look at the charts, guys. It's been up on a tear. We saw a huge spike at the beginning. It kind of pulled back and consolidated. This was when news first came out. The stock became popular. A lot of other YouTubers and people were tweeting about it, and that's what really brought up the trend. I would say right now, I would not say it would be the best time to get into it. It's on an insane run up from this week, from 763 all the way up to 1154. I even believe it went up a couple cents after hours, but that I would wait for a little bit of a pullback. I would expect a little bit of a pullback, guys. I talk about this all the time on the channel. That always make sure that your entry points, you're feeling confident with them. Okay, go over the charts, start to learn a little bit about technical analysis. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will go over this as well. Okay, next stock we're going to be talking about is another one in the green energy area. It's Pltr Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. It got a push up lately because on Friday it announced an extended partnership with BP, Beyond Petroleum, to use Pltr's software to continue the energy giant's push to get a carbon neutral by 2050. Okay, they committed to a 5-year deal. We'll go a little bit in a second of what their technology exactly is. We know that these oil companies are under fire to be able to come up and transform their normal processes to be a much more green initiative, okay? Especially who's in the Oval Office. We know that he's been 100%, green energy efficient, okay, and lower that carbon footprint. He's maintained that throughout his whole campaign, and he's going to continue to do so. One thing that sets Pltr up to be a great process, especially for BP, is one, they didn't say exactly how much the deal was. It was a multi-million-dollar deal. But right here it says Pltr is best known as a government contractor. They've already gotten their feet wet. They already know, they trust Pltr. And once you kind of get your shoe in with the government, as long as you continue to do them right, it's gonna maintain a solid, steady relationship for you. Let's talk about the company, or the software the company actually provides. It's, for those who still don't know, it's a software company focusing on building enterprise data platforms meant to fine-tune complex and sensitive data environments for use by clients trying to better focus on whatever they do and achieve whatever they are goals through data interpretation. That is all, plays completely into what BP is going to want to be using them for, to be able to help transition them away from a quote unquote dirty oil company. Okay. One thing I really want to highlight, guys, I always look this up on the NASDAQ.com. It's institutional holdings. I'll look up the analyst research and so forth. But this one I really wanted to highlight when I saw it. It was absolutely amazing. Look at these new and sold out positions by institutions. Look at that. 224 to 2. We got 149 million to 75,000. I don't think I have ever, at least that I remember, have seen a spread that big. Okay, so that gives me much more affirmation and confirmation that this stock is going to be a good positive hold over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, let's take a look at the chart, guys. It's been kind of trending a little bit sideways. It had a little bit of a pop. It pulled back a little bit, which is highly normal, guys. Pay attention. Always look at chart analysis when you see this pop up. I talk about it all the time. Expect a little bit of a pullback. I see it continuing to pop back up now. I would say that 31 is probably going to be their new support. I would wait a day just to kind of see where it goes. I don't see it getting back down to that $25 price point anytime again, or anytime in the near future, just because they signed that deal with BP, and we know, like I said, these oil companies are 100% under fire to get this rolling. So I could expect to see this go anywhere between 60 and 80 in the next 12 months, so long as this push continues to be as strong as they have portrayed it, which it definitely is. Okay. Lastly, we're going to talk about another one in the energy sector as well. It is Plug Power. Plug Power, they're building the clean hydrogen economy. Okay, it's a leading provider of clean hydrogen and zero emission fuel cell solutions that are both cost effective and reliable. This stock had got a lot of trend with the same thing with the Biden administration. It was another one up on Workhorse and so forth to be able to help transition our country into a greener economy. Okay, let's talk a little bit about it. They had some great news right here. Why Plug Power is rising for 4 straight sessions. I highlighted this one right here. The green energy stocks are in favor amid the thrust to move away from non-renewable, pollution causing fossil fuels. And the change of guard at the White House is pro-green energy. So that's just kind of adding it, guys. Always jump onto these trends. And this one is going to be a solid trend. This is not these high flyers, okay, that you're finding in these penny stocks. But the trend of the shift to green energy is going to maintain over the next 4 years. I can guarantee you that, okay? Also, Plug Power is planning to build a green hydrogen plant in New York, okay? I believe it was like a $220 million project. I'm pretty sure it was $220 million project. And right here, the Western New York Power Proceeds Allocation Board, all right, has recommended awarding them $1.5 million to support it. So there's support behind it. There's government support behind it, which is awesome. It's going to definitely trend this going. Here is another article about Plug Power that says Plug Power could continue to rise more than 30% from here. Just to show you guys, this article was written on the 5th, which would be yesterday. Okay, they have customers that include Amazon and Walmart, which are looking to make big moves into the sustainability. That's huge. They have, thousands of, monstrous locations all across the United States, which is huge. This article, it's done by Real Money, thestreet.com. It gets into technical analysis and reading RSI indicators and MACD indicators, but I really just wanted to highlight this at the bottom, guys. I kind of went over this. This is a lot of, like I said, technical analysis, but Plug is trading strongly with price gaps and upper-lower consolidation pattern the past few weeks. Trade Plug from the long side, risking a close below 60. However, the $88 area is now their price target and their price objective. Let's look at it, guys. Right here, we saw a nice steady incline, okay, I would say from November all the way up to the start of the year. Once Biden had really started to lay out a little bit more of his plans, we saw that big push up. This is exactly what we're looking for, guys, right here. It is consolidating. I would consider that 63, 69 price point to be that new support. Anything that you can scoop up around there would be great. And like I said, guys, over the next 4 years, this is just going to continue to go up. Anything in the green energy. So, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know any stocks that you're getting into that are in this green energy sector. And that is it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Consider liking and subscribing.